Yo. Welcome to No Days Off TV, man. In the building, we got DHR Gritzki.
You know it.
Man, thank you for coming through and tapping in with me, man. I know it's a new platform. I know a lot of people in the city may know who you is and where you come from, but for the people who don't, tell us a little bit about where you come from, where you were raised up at.
I was raised in the east side of Short, Texas. East side of 903, east side of Paris. Out Provine, Park Gardens used to be my stomping grounds as a kid. That's where I come from, the east side of Paris.
East side of Paris, for sure. A lot of people coming from out the east side, man, putting this music thing together, man.
Yeah, we got it. We got it on lock right now. They don't want to acknowledge that, but we really got it on lock right now.
Yeah, man. So let's start from the beginning, man. Tell me a little bit about what songs or what genre inspired you to want to become an artist.
Just to be honest with you, is gospel music. A lot of us come from the church. We might not tell a lot of people come from church, but we come from the church, and that music vibe, like just to see them play the organ and the piano and the guitar and stuff like that, the drums, like that gives you a vibe. We might not make gospel music, but we be in tune with the music, so like.
Right. A lot of soul comes from gospel music.
Sure.
Any particular artist that you can name off the top of your head that you listened to as a child that kind of, I know you say gospel, there's different artists like Fred Hampton, Yolanda Adams.
Going the gospel route is like Donnie McKirkland,
okay,
Kurt Franklin,
Titans.
Man, what's his dude? Now I know the song. He got a song called something about the name Jesus. He died not so long ago.
Okay.
I forgot his name, but yeah, them was my main dream.
Okay, for sure. So you say you got your start through gospel. So my next question is, what led you into the rap world? What led you to hip hop?
What really led me to hip hop was like mama, like my dad is real big on like hip hop, R&B music.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't just always gospel being played. Like on the weekends, cleanup days, you had your R&B playing, your rap playing. You go to the barbershop with your dad, and they talking about local music and stuff like that. So I really got I like their cadences and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like everybody kind of favored the weekends of the music playing.
Yeah, that's big down here though. That's big.
That's time to put in work. But a lot of people don't sit back and realize that had a lot to do with what we are today, what kind of artists we are today, and the type of music that influenced us today. So when exactly did you start rapping?
Probably about I did my first song in Blossom with BKG with Brandon Gray.
Shout out to that man. He a legend. He a legend in Paris, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been doing it for a while.
For real. Shout out.
Straight wilding and all that. We was going out there. So I recorded my first official song with him, and that was My Life, and then I did Rapping Like I'm Trapping with Dino. And after then, it just took off. I started recording like J-Reg and other people like that.
Okay. So it's safe to say that you like to do features with other artists. You work with a lot of local artists from the city. Like
yeah, I'm all open for that. Like because they know we in the same boat. We all trying to make it and make our music pop. So if I got a vibe, they got a vibe, and them vibes is they vibing.
Right. No.
Why not get in the studio and do something, make it shake,
No, I hear that. So, tell me a little bit about your stage name, man. DHR Gritzki. Explain that to not just me, but explain that to the fans.
DHR stands for Dream Hustle Repeat, which is a brand at home. We gonna dream about it, hustle to get and repeat the process. And then Gretzky comes from Wayne Gretzky, the hockey player.
Right.
You know, I put it together as in, you know, like hustle hard, like
right. Yeah.
so just like a real gritty feel.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm feeling that. Yeah. I get you. I get you. So what's your creative process? What do you gotta have to get in that mode to write music? You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, I really don't need too much. Like I used to feel like I need to smoke me one. I need to be on a certain level, but now I just need to vibe. I need to make sure if the beat, if I can grasp the beat, if I can freestyle in my head first, then I can write about it. Usually that's how I go. I usually freestyle in my head, and then I jot something down, and I just start writing a full verse or whatever, a hook or a whole song. It could be possible, but it all come from the beginning of a freestyle in your head.
So, do you prefer to write with the beat or without the beat?
Personally, without the beat, like I like to hear it a few times, and then you can turn it off because after then I have it in my mind. The beat we already playing in my mind over and over and over and over and over.
What's your process as far as dealing with other artists and dealing with features? I know you say you don't mind working with other artists and stuff, but is there any type of demands? I don't like the word demands, but any type of things that you require before you consider doing a feature with somebody? Do they have to have something going on? Are they already, you know what I'm saying? Are you just willing to be working with anybody at this point?
I work with anybody really, as long as they're not on the bull. Long as if I feel like they're taking it serious, like if they're taking their shit serious, I feel like we do this feature together, they should take it serious the same way if it was just them.
Right.
So if you give me that vibe that you taking it serious and you on point on top of it, then we can rock out. But if you give me something like, oh, I'm just doing this to sit on and listen to it at the crib, it's just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go and do it anyway, but it's gonna be mediocre.
Right. Okay. What would you say is one of the hardest things about being an artist?
Being seen, being in front of the camera, being one of those sociable people that need to be, because I'm not social at all. I'm in a shell because I have a lot of other things that go on in my life, so I'm in a shell. So being out, I used to be, but now as I got older, I don't like to be out. I don't like to be in the mix. I like to be in my little comfort zone. Like you take me in my comfort zone, I'm gonna shut down on you.
Now, I know I know things personally, but I know when you work in the studio, we could have a room full of people. Everybody's kind of jotting out ideas. Everybody's kind of jumping off the wall. You kind of quiet with your head ducked down, and you writing. Explain a little bit of that to me. What is that? Is that just how you express yourself, or or that's just you just low key like that?
I'm really just a low key person, but it also helped me focus. Just because it may be 3, 4 people in the room and everybody be so excited, and I get excited out loud or show my excitement, it may take me off focus of what I'm trying to write. So what I'm gonna do is I want to be the first man done.
Okay.
I want to be the first man done, but I want it to be so he been quiet this whole time when he got, and then when I go in the stew and I drop it, he'd be like, "Damn, that's what he was over writing."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I ain't gotta be excited about it. I know myself it go hard. I feel like it do. So I'm trying to impress y'all. I'm trying to make sure y'all on the same path, the same thing I'm on. Like,
and one thing that a lot of people fail to realize when it comes to hip hop and rap, that it's a sport. You know, and is it safe to say that when you write your rhymes and you write your lyrics in a feature that you trying to be that guy on that song, regardless if it's yours or not?
I'm trying to smash.
For sure.
Because I'm gonna treat it the same way I want you to treat it as if it was your song just by yourself. I'm gonna treat it like it's my song by myself, and I'm gonna smash it. I'm gonna give you the same effort I would give you if I was doing it by myself.
Right. That's cool. So when it comes to working with artists and stuff like that, do you prefer to work with the artist from scratch, or do you prefer the artist to show up and already have something going so you have a topic to take off from?
I done had both. I used to like from scratch because it give us both the time to flex our muscles of our artistry. But to be honest, some people be bullshitting. They'll start from scratch and can't come up with nothing,
Right.
and then they be like, "Damn, we done spent 2 3 hours in the studio and we ain't came up with nothing but 3 bars."
Right.
Now I'm like, man, next time we come in the studio, now I don't know, not trying to be disrespectful or be funny, come with your shit ready, like come with you something that's already packaged up, and we can go from there. It don't take me long to write.
Right. That's true. I've worked with you personally, and I can truly say it doesn't take you very long to come up with a 16. Um, what's the best thing you think about being an artist? What sparks you every day and say I'm gonna continue to chase my dreams?
That I can express myself in that way. I ain't gotta try to talk to nobody. I don't gotta try to, do that. I can just write it down, jot it down, and go put it in the studio in music form, and that's how I express myself.
Okay. Is there any artists locally, big name that you're interested in working with?
Locally, I would love to work with like MCG Randy.
Shout out to MTG Randy, man.
I would love to work with Randy. I like his style. Uh, I wouldn't mind working with V Breezy.
Shout out V Breezy. Hey, you hear me, Breezy? Tap in, man. Tap in with your boy, man. He trying to lock in something with you, man. Like I said in previous interviews, man, the whole point of trying to get these interviews together, man, is to really kind of get everybody in a situation where they can speak on who they want to work with, man, and really allow a lot of networking to go, and kind of give other people, inspired artists, the game and show that it's normal to go through certain steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, what is your goal as an artist?
A lot of people want to be famous. I don't even want to be like my favorite artists are not really big. My favorite artist is Wiz Khalifa and like a Don Trip.
Wiz kind of big, man.
He is.
I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean.
A Starlito, Don Trip. Like I want to be able to still go outside and be normal.
Right.
I don't want you to be like every time I go outside, there's paparazzi outside or somebody trying to. I want to just be still normal, but wealthy at the same time, where I ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Okay. I like to ask all artists that come through here because some fans just they're happy with the finished product and they don't understand the hours, the times, and the commitment. Sometimes the frustrations. What's some things that you do when you become frustrated with just music in general? How do you relax? How do you reset yourself? How do you reapproach the situation without getting burnt out?
I talk to somebody else. I hit up somebody close to me. Some people that's personal to me. Some people that work with me. Some people that's part of the team. Just to get another outlook on it, because I be ready to quit sometimes. And I be like, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna do this no more. Like, this shit ain't popping. I can go be doing something else, go give me a little 9 to 5 or something like that. But once I talk to my people, my inner circle, and get their feedback on like, man, you tripping, or you still got it, you just gotta do this, you gotta do this, do that. And once I do that and realize and see the difference, and I'm like, okay, they don't okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I was close to crashing out, but I'm far from that now.
I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes we get to a certain point where we gotta we make a decision whether we want to crash out or we want to get to it. You know what I mean?
You want to barbecue a mildew.
Yeah. You know, haters. I love to talk about haters. I love to see different artists' perspective. How do you approach being an artist in the midst of dealing with haters?
Let them do them. Because they're going to hate regardless. Let a hater do what a hater do, which is hate. Give them something to hate on. Because you spend too much time feeling like, oh man, he hating on me, or this person hating on me. You taking time from what you supposed to be doing. So you supposed to be focused on doing what you doing, getting to a bag, getting to a promo, all everything. You ain't got time to worry about what another nigga got say. So they gonna say it regardless. Even if you broke and you was just on Facebook talking every day, they still gonna hate.
Right. I mean, they say if you don't have haters, you don't got no motion. So,
But I got motion.
My next question for you, man, is it's a little personal. I like to ask. Tell the fans something that's personal that you really don't, that a lot of people don't know about you. Whether if it's a side hobby that you like, a favorite food.
I like to. People don't know. A few people do know, but a lot of people don't know. I like to sing.
Yeah.
Even though I may not be able to, I'm not the best singer in the world. I might not be able to hold the best notes, but I like to sing. And that comes from all of that. And that comes from church.
I hear that. Hey, man, I know a little bit about you, man. So I'm going to ask, what's up with the gaming, man? I mean, I know I'm on the game. You know what I'm saying? A couple of my partners, they be on the game. But, you know, you really turned me on to some things with the gaming, man. So kind of share a little bit with people because people don't understand that it's a new age. You know what I mean? So gaming is a big thing now, and so tell me a little bit about it and kind of how you got into it and what inspired you to even do it. I mean, I know we all play games, but
Yeah. I play the game, but what ended up happening was I have a friend, partner, my kinfolk, Soupy. He came on the crib one day and was showing me that they play on a PC on YouTube. And I would watch it and watch it and watch it. And I didn't, I really wasn't knowing too much about it at first, but it got interesting to me. Like, I watched it as a TV show.
right,
So I already played the video game. I already played Xbox, PlayStation, 2K, GTA, Call of Duty, things like that. But it got interesting when they playing GTA and they on there living real life role play.
right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's dope. I've watched a couple of videos with different mainstream artists. You know what I'm saying? That's playing the video games and stuff like that. It kind of changed my perspective on like streaming because for artists that who don't know, when you stream, you can play your music in the background, and that's another way of exposure. And if you have your music on iTunes, you know what I'm saying, that's a way of streaming.
Another bag.
It's a whole nother bag. Like, I'm not saying sit up all day and play the video game. Don't get it twisted.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta go get to a bag, but that is a avenue for revenue.
The only way you can sit on your ass out there and play the game, you got so many followers, they gonna come every day. They gonna give you gifteds and stuff like that, and it add up because you can make people pay to play.
Right. Yeah. Right. Have your own servers, things like that. Now let's dive into your music, man. Word on the street is you got a deep catalog. So I want to know, do you really know how much music you've recorded in the last couple years or so?
Yeah.
No.
I probably got right now like 50 songs that has not been released. But if you probably all together, I probably got about over 100 songs.
Yeah. I can vouch. I can vouch. I can vouch.
We finna get ready to put something out. I've been in like a little hole where I just ain't been dropping music like that, but we finna get back to it.
Yeah, I mean that was my next question. What's next for DHR Gritzki, man? Tell me what kind of arts we got coming out. We got videos. We got any albums, any EPs dropping. What are we on the lookout for in the year 2023 for DHR Gritzki?
We gonna look out for everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Like, I got so much. We gonna shoot more videos. We gonna get EP together. I got some dropping called Sessions that's probably gonna drop soon. I'm just stuck in between if I want to drop it or drop a single first. Either or, this gonna be on Sessions.
That's my next question. How do you feel about new age marketing? Because now you can pop off of singles or you can pop off a tape. What is your preference? What do you want to do? Do you want to drop? Do you prefer to drop singles and stay at the head that way, or would you like to drop a project and be like, here, check me out, sit back and cool and
I would say project because, like, with the singles, you gonna have to drop a fire single every time. With a project, you may have 7 songs and you got 4 on there that's fire, and you got the other little 2 or 3 that made it, that you just want to see if people gonna really like because you trying something different.
right.
When you trying to drop singles, you drop a hot single in, just say March, and do numbers, and you drop another one in May. You can't try to test the waters with that because you want to keep that same hotness.
Right. And I feel like it destroys the creative process sometimes when you go to where you want to drop singles, because I feel like you're not able to embrace a full body of work because you're trying one thing out. You get one song that does a good number. I feel like you try to replicate that one song over and over and over, and I feel like it stops what an artist can really bring in. So for me, I like when artists drop singles, but I also like when they drop tapes. But it just depends on how they drop them. That makes sense.
Yeah, facts.
So give me another crazy show moment, something that's always gonna be memorable for you.
Well, okay, so it's like crazy in a good way. But when I did Coast to Coast, I didn't think people was gonna jam like they were. Like, I thought they were gonna be standing there looking at me dumb and still, but they were really functioning with what I was saying in my music, and it blew my mind. I was like, damn.
Is that what gave you like a boost? Like, oh yeah, I might really can do something with this.
Man, that made me feel like I was a man. Made me want to be on artist mode every day.
Right. Did you in that situation were you able to network with any other artists while you were there or something like that?
A few. We linked on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm supposed to do a feature with a couple of them, but I be tied up. I be forgetting.
Right. Nah, I understand that, man. Life does get in front of everybody, and a lot of people don't know. My boy here is a full-time father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I got a 8-year-old. She act like she 80.
I hear that, man. Yeah, and so I feel like I've watched you grow over the last year or so with this music, man, and I know everybody is kind of getting excited to see what you got in store for this year, man. All right, man. Let's dig a little personal. Get into some personal stuff. I know you've been dealing with some health issues, and I don't want to tell too much. Would you like to elaborate and kind of tell the people what's going on? Because I really want the fans and the people in the city and the people in other areas to understand how dedicated you really are to this music.
Well, everybody knows. We don't know. I've been diabetic since 2006. As time progressed, I ended up getting high blood pressure, digestive disease that's called gastroparesis. But now I'm dealing with end-stage renal, which is my kidneys don't function. So I do dialysis 2-3 times a week. Uh, which drains the shit out of you. But I still, I still got dreams and I still got things I want to accomplish, so I can't dwell on it. I can't just let it take me out the game. I gotta keep doing
I hear that. So in my mind, I feel like there's no excuse that a fully healthy person that's an artist got. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the music, like it takes real life dedication. And I asked you about your health because I spoke with another individual and he was talking about issues that he was dealing with, and we as a black community, as black men, for sure need to start going to the doctor.
it. No, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just nothing wrong with going and getting a checkup. I think most of us avoid the doctor because we don't want, it's the unknown. As long as we don't know, it ain't there. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that a lot of people deal with personally, you know. But man, I really appreciate you coming through here, man. And
it's an honor for me to come through here and have this little time with you because I see where this is going. I know where this is going. I know that you know what's next for us. So it's good for me to jump on the bandwagon early.
I so appreciate that, man. I so appreciate that. Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming to No Days Off TV, man. We're gonna be on the lookout for that tape sessions coming real soon. Any things you want to tell the fans? Tell us how we can reach you on your social media, man. How we can find any of your music. Woo woo woo.
Social media. Instagram is BigGang_DHR. Facebook is my Jamal Looney. And that's really about it that you can holler at me on those. My music, you can go to Apple, Spotify, anything like that that's out, and just put in Dream Hustle Repeat, which is Dream and then Hustle is with 2 S's, HUSSLE, Repeat. Put it all together and I'll pop up.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate you for rocking out with us, man. We'll holler at you next time.
For sure.
So get hype, so get hype, so get hype, so get hype, and we're flying, and we're flying, and we're flying, and we're flying, till we die, till we die, till we die, till we die. So get high, so get high.
Rolling up wood, smoking up wood, down, rolling up good, ooh, smoking up good. So get high. Roll another J in paper planes, you know the vibe with me. It's another time when you get high, this shit a sight to see. Honey fusing Dutchess or some options just be right for me. Please be some kind of leaf, cause that other shit